Hey folks, Rachana Ranade here, and I welcome you all to another Thursday live stream. This is the second live stream from the month of July, and wow, what a performance Nifty has been giving. I know since last Thursday it has been in a mode of more or less of consolidation, but believe it or not, last 1 month has been really amazing. So as usual, what we are going to do, we are going to kickstart with our technical analysis on Nifty. But before that, as a change today, if every time it has to be some change at least. So let us see if I have any quick questions right at the beginning, or else then I can start right away. First one is by Subro Saini saying, good evening, ma'am. Membership for 36 months. Kya baat hai? 3 years you have been a member of our channel. Kya baat hai? Interior designer by profession from Kolkata. Kemonache. Maybe. Is that what you say? How are you? Kemonache. And subscribe for F&O course, but could not understand. Course expired. Oh, course expired ho gaya. Aapko shayad samajh mein nahi aayega. Can I get again this? Okay. So basically, Subroto ji, what you have to do is just drop an email at support@rachanaranade.com. Okay. So if any of you who has already enrolled for the course and there is some problem with it, don't hesitate to drop an email at support@rachanaranade.com. My team will surely help you out with this, and definitely you'll get support within 24 hours from your email, right? This was a question which was asked even in the previous stream. How do you understand rollover of options? And in that, I had also mentioned that rollover data, I would make a separate YouTube video on that. But if you have already enrolled for our futures and options course, then I've already explained that in our course as well, right? Your thoughts on Infi ITC? Is it good time to pyramid ITC? Okay, so ITC again has gone up a lot at this level. Again, the market at this level. So first, what we will do now, we will go to our Nifty levels, because if we go stock specific, we have to understand. I personally believe in more of top down approach. If market is at a specific juncture, then it becomes difficult for a specific stock to beat the market direction. Okay, so first we have to understand what is the level of the market, what is the direction of the market, and based on that we can try and evaluate various stock options, right? Stock options as in various options in stocks. And before I start, Balaji is saying also more likes. So before I start our session, it's fine, sometimes possible that you can like the stream even before I start doing my analysis. It's free. And if you feel that yes, you are going to get good knowledge, why not smash the like button before we start? Thoda alag ho jayega aaj, right? Chalo, so I'm presenting my screen. Just thought of doing something different today. Shall we try it out? What I will do is, like I always say this in my Thursday live streams, that every Thursday I tell you what the charts are saying and this and that. I believe that let's try and do something different today. Today I'll show you the chart, and what you have to do is you have to tell me as to what are your thoughts. Some basic questions I will ask, okay? And that will give me a guide on whether our Thursday live streams are really able to spread the education about technical analysis or not, right? Otherwise, me just telling about technical analysis doesn't make sense. You all have to analyze it, you all have to understand it, and you have to also be in a position so that you can form your own opinion. So I will share some things about Nifty. You have to share your quick answers on that. Let's start with very basic and simple questions so that everyone at least gets into the groove of answering. First, if I start with something difficult, it doesn't make sense, right? So first, let's start with a super simple question. This one, if I'm talking about Nifty right now, it's going in a channel. What sort of trend is this? So fast answers I want, okay? I want maximum people to participate in this. More and more you participate, more and more I will feel happy. So fast answers to this is what I want. Whatever I've drawn on screen right now, what sort of trend is this? I'm sure everyone knows there are only three sorts of trends. One is an uptrend, one is a downtrend, and one is a sideways trend. Have I shared my screen or not? Have I shared my screen? Ooh, I did not share, I guess. 1 minute. Still people are answering without even seeing my screen. Okay, this entire point that I've drawn from March till July, which sort of trend is this? Is this an uptrend? Is this a sideways trend? Is this a downward trend? Very simple question. And then we will move on to the next question for our analysis. Chalo, fatafat. I want answers. Okay, I'm getting few answers. Uptrend, then channel uptrend, higher highs. Okay, up, clearly uptrend. Fantastic. Okay, very good. Uptrend, very nice, very nice. Chalo, basic trend though is absolutely clear. But now, if I were to analyze what's happening in the last few sessions, okay, this is where we were on the last Thursday, right? So now, where we were on the last Thursday, this is where we were. This is the high point, and we have not. Oh, sorry. 1 minute. Let me draw it one more time. This is the high point that we had achieved last Thursday, right? And this high point has not yet been broken. So it is seeing clear resistance at this level, right? Now, if I were to draw the lows, if I were to connect the dots for the lows, how is this looking like? Let me see if I can get answers on this. I'm zooming this in further, okay, so that you get a clearer idea. Okay, what have I done? I've joined the dots, I can say, the ups of these. So of course, this is the closing point, this is the open point. These are the upper points that I've joined, and the lows of the candles is what I've joined. Who can tell me what is this? If anyone can try it out. I hope you have seen this carefully. And let me see what answers do I get. Kya baat hai? I'm getting answers right away. Flag and pole, uh, up flag and pole. Okay, flag and pole, higher lows, up flag, formation of flag, upside. Kya baat hai? Triangular pattern. Hashtag feeling blessed. You know, any content creator may feel that every week 9:30 sacrificing a little bit of family time, you can't deny that. Okay, and doing a live stream every Thursday, trying to do that without fail. Sometimes, a person can feel that why, but when I get good answers, so that tells me that yes, people are learning, and so good to know that. uh, it's not exactly a flag, to be honest. It's kind of a flag, you can say that. It's more of a triangle that is happening. Sometimes such asymmetrical flags are also called as pennants. Okay, pennants. So must be feeling great, ma'am, when your children get 10 on 10. Absolutely, Raviji, why not? So as I mentioned, flag should be ideally parallel, and pennants is what when we call when it is more of like, not parallel, right? Something like this. Or it could also be like an ascending triangle. Now going back to our Nifty candle. Now if I were to go back here, let me share my screen. If that be so okay, I'm not saying that this will happen, but this is just what technical analysis says. I always say this, that there can be failures in technical analysis. Why not? There can be failures, okay? But if I were to join this becomes a flag and pole. Okay, not clearly, but this is more of a pennants. And if that be so, the target comes to, how do I do that? Clone. And if I were to clone it, if I were to take it, ideally, it has to be seen like this. 20,250. That is the target. Well, since last time we have been talking about more than 20,000 easily. But then, is this immediately going to come? Now, for that, we have to understand what happens here. If I get a little bit more consolidation here, and then if I get a breakout, wow, possible. Why not? But going to a conclusion that this is going to happen right away, that can be risky, is what I feel. Okay, now why am I saying it could be risky? you cannot be extremely bullish, especially when, now have a look at this. This was my birthday, 26th June, and market has celebrated it like anything. My birthday celebrations went on for how many days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 trading sessions. I'm repeating, after my birthday, 8 trading, including my birthday, I mean, 8 trading sessions, and markets have gone in one direction, 815 points. Now, when the market has seen such an amazing rally, then I feel a little bit more consolidation would be worth to watch, so that markets can move on confidently with the next phase. Okay, so even if we can see a flag and pole pattern, even if we can see something like a pennant or an ascending triangle, uh, I don't think we should jump to conclusions, because we have seen a big rally in the last few days. Let us be a little bit more cautious. Plus, if you see, MACD is showing kind of weakness. These are known as histograms. I'm sure you know about this, histograms. Wherever we see lighter greens coming up, that shows little bit of weakness kicking in. Now, even if I were to check the RSI was in the overbought zone. It was around 78. It has been cooling off. It just went up a little bit, but again has cooled off to almost levels of 68. Still, these are a little bit high, so we have to be cautious on this. But even if I'm saying cautious, this, that, does it mean it's all over? Answer is obviously not. So for that, let's check the super trend. We have discussed about this last Thursday as well. Super trend absolutely intact. So super trend, in fact, lower end is at around 19,035, right? So we are very, very comfortable on the super trend. Are we very comfortable as far as 200 days moving average is concerned? Yes. अरे वो तो बहुत ही नीचे है. That's 18,000. I mean, we can't even see that right now. 50-day moving average is also very tough to be seen at 18,742. Now, if I were to check the 20-day moving average, let's check that. 20-day moving average is around 19,100 level. Okay. So, anyways, I mean, all in all, if I were to check the overall trend, absolutely intact. No specific problematic areas. So I feel we are very much at a comfortable position right now. Bollinger Band also, it's within the band. So all in all, the point that I'm trying to make is that it will be amazing if Nifty consolidates a little bit more from here. We will be able to get more conviction to move on the upward side. So I hope this first point is clear. If that be so, any doubt in technical analysis, if you have, you can just type it out, and I would definitely love to share my views on the doubts as well. People are saying lucky birthday. Asa birthday pratyek महिन्याला यावा. Asa birthday pratyek महिन्याला यावा is what Vinayakji is saying. So he's saying, hope you have such birthdays every single month. Markets will keep on rising and rising, right? So let us see what happens. One question, ma'am, does Nifty fill the gaps? Not all gaps are filled up. Vinay, there are different types of gaps. There's known as a runaway gap, there's a continuation gap. Okay, so not all gaps are filled up. Again, if you have done my technical analysis course, you might be aware about that. If not, I think technical analysis course is something which everyone must know about all these basic stuff. Pooja, if you can just share the link of the technical analysis 2.0 course, it'll be easy for everyone. And for those who understand Marathi, I'm doing a course this Saturday, this Sunday. So this weekend basically is going to be a live course in Pune. And I mean, I had closed the admissions. I had at 25, but then the requests were pouring that, ma'am, please, we also want to do it. We want to do the live course. Please ensure that there is a little bit bigger classroom, and we would want to learn face to face from you. So I increased for another 25 seats. I took that leeway. Now 50 admissions are also over. Still requests are pouring in, and I'm like, the batch is day after tomorrow, but maybe just last 5-10 people I would want to accommodate, not more than that. So Pooja, if you can also share the link of the technical analysis live batch. Anyways, just one day to go for the admissions. So anyone who wants to enroll last minute in technical analysis Marathi, but as I mentioned, it's not going to be in English, it's going to be in Marathi. So if anyone wants to learn from me and in a classroom session, most welcome, right? That's the Marathi link for you. I would also quickly want to pin that up in the comment section, but the YouTube comments are coming up very late. अरे यार ठीक है, no worries. You can check it out afterwards also. Surup says, will you be taking live analysis, live technical analysis F&O? अभी इतने जल्दी नहीं स्वरूप. I'm already done with the recordings. Just technical analysis तो hardly, not even 1 year ago. So not immediately, at least 2 years minimum gap now. Okay. Chalo. So with that, let's move on with the macroeconomic data now. Some interesting macroeconomic data in China. Inflation rate in China has decreased from 0.2% in May 2023 to 0% in June 2023. Now, this means this may go closer to something called as deflation, and deflation is basically a scenario where prices of goods fall. This is not a good sign for the economy. See, understand it from the perspective of a scenario where, let us say, markets are in a downward trend. Okay, what happens when markets are going down and down and down? What happens? Do you immediately invest? No. What do you feel? थोड़ा और नीचे जाने दो, फिर इन्वेस्ट करेंगे, right? Whenever markets are in a lower low trend, or a low, in a downward trend, people feel that there is a chance that the price may still further correct, and that is why people delay their investments. In a very similar thought process, when there is deflation, that is whenever the prices of goods and services are going down, people may still delay their spending, because they may feel कि आज जो मोबाइल 20,000 में मिल रहा है, if I'm getting a mobile today at 20,000, maybe after 1 month I may get it at 18,000, I may get it at 17,000. Tomatoes is an exception, I know that, but just giving an example. Okay, in China, and that too in China. In China, let us say tomatoes are at 50 whatever. For China, it's Chinese renminbi. So let us say at 50 renminbi you are getting in China, and if deflation starts, then let's say people may feel that, oh, we may get it at 45. They may want to delay buying more tomatoes, right? Or it could be any other product, right? Food example is not that right, because you can't delay consumption of food just because you may feel that the prices may fall, but it could be for any other white goods per se. So whenever people delay their consumption, or delay the expenditure decisions, then it again reduces what? It reduces demand. If demand is reduced, production is reduced. If production is resumed, is reduced, all in all, it's not at all considered as a good sign for the economy, and that may lead to a reduced GDP as well. Okay, so not such a good news for China. Let's see what happens in the coming 1 or 2 months. Will be interesting to watch, right? But as far as India is concerned now, latest inflation data which came up, June inflation data, it is for the first time in 5 months, it has accelerated to 4.81% in June. Now, June is at 4.1%, May it was 4.31%, and the forecast, the expectation was 4.58%. So let's understand one more time. May was 4.31%. Everyone felt that yes, the June data, June inflation might be a little bit higher. It may be around 4.58%, but it actually turns out to be 4.81%. Is that a bad sign? Kind of. Why? Higher inflation is not good, but still, problem is not bad. I mean, it's not a big problem at all. Why? Because it's very well within the band which has been set by RBI. Band set by RBI, I've told this many times, 4% plus or minus 2%. So 2% to 6% is the band for India, and we are very well within the range. But on the flip side, one very good news is that industrial production in India rose 5.2% year on year in May 2023, which accelerated from 4.2% in the previous month and above market expectations of 4.8%. So again, May 2023, 4.2%. Everyone felt that June will be higher. People felt that industrial production will go up to 4.8%. Okay, year on year growth. Okay, but actually year on year growth is how much? 5.2%. So is this a good data point? Answer is yes. And for a change, inflation in US again cooled off quite a bit, and it has now come down to almost 3%, 3.1%. So good news for USA. So that is about the macroeconomic data. I would want to give you quick news updates as well. One is about Patanjali. Patanjali food stock is down by almost 5%. It was at a lower circuit by almost. It was down by 5% today. Stock hit a lower circuit, and mainly the reason for that is company has launched an OFS, that is offer for sale, and the floor price has been set at 1,000 rupees per share. which is at a discount of around 18%, 18.4% to the previous close of 1226.4. That is the reason why the stock was down. Okay. As far as the IT packs, TCS and Infosys are concerned, both were showing some good signs today, 2.47% up uh, at closing, and intraday I think it was around 3% plus also. Even Infosys closed at 2.39%. Again, even Infosys was up by 3.2%, whatever intraday. Overall sentiment in IT, again, there are two extreme polarized views. Today only I was watching television, and in which a lot of experts were saying that we are bearish on IT, bad, this, that. But some commentaries that we listen to, an overall positive sentiment has also been seen in the IT sector. The results were not so great, but I think overall they saw an improvement. I'm talking about TCS, right? Overall improvement in order book intake, about the margins, that was somehow taken a shade positively by the market. So it'll be interesting again to watch uh, whose views come out to be true as far as the IT pack is concerned, because as I mentioned, polarized views. Many people are having extreme opinions about IT. I personally believe that yes, IT is a sector which has been going down and down and down for a lot of time. Somewhere or the other, there'll be revival. So, will be interesting to watch. I personally am not so bearish on IT, to be honest. Right. Ranjit ji is asking a question. 28% GST on online gaming casino. Your views on Delta is going to hamper in. That's not a good news at all. And what I remember reading was also, I think, the food items in theaters, their GST has been decreased to 5%, if I'm not mistaken. And if that be so, I think the cinema halls are going to be really happy with that, because they also get a big chunk of their revenue from the food sale as well. Uh, all right. Rajesh is also saying one point, which is about the IT sector. So I'm immediately taking up that point. Uh, but they mentioned the projects which were in pipeline in earlier quarter didn't move further, and they have been on hold. Absolutely. So that's what I'm telling Rajesh. There have been a lot of news which are on extreme ends, and that is the reason why, the polarized views that I was talking about. But there are a lot of brokers, a lot of analysts who are extremely bullish, extremely bearish as well. So it will be interesting to watch about what happens with this entire IT pack, right? So now with that, let us quickly check out if I have any quick questions on super chats. Ma'am, your views on Balmer Invest. Acha, Balmer Invest for dividend also says Infosys or Wipro for long term. Infosys has been one of our stock of the months as well, for the pro investors. Uh, just in case if anyone does not know what do we mean by the stock of the month, it is nothing but I try to analyze one company in detail, absolute detail, where we try and understand what is the business model, what are the what sector does it pertain to. We try to analyze the sector as well. Then I try to give some inputs on how do we analyze the overall company versus industry trends. We try to understand what are the projects in pipeline. We try to understand what is the valuation, technical analysis, fundamentals of the company, and that is how we do an entire analysis of the company. So again, uh, this takes a lot of effort, and it starts right from choosing a company to analyzing it to shooting it to releasing it, right? So it's an extra effort that I take from my side, and that is the reason why we do charge a small amount for our pro investor membership. That's 399 rupees. That's nothing. uh, and believe it or not, I'm sure your capacity to do analysis regarding various sectors, be it from IT, be it from infra, be it from any other sector, I'm sure your own capacity to do the analysis will surely increase over the period of time, right? So going back, the question was about Infosys. Yes, I did answer that question, and quickly on Balmer as well. Balmer Lorry has seen a big consolidation in the last few days. Has never been one of my favorites, right? It is in even in the weekly trend. I'll also quickly check out the monthly trend as well. Pretty much sideways. Would want. I mean, I would have waited. I've not checked the fundamentals of this company, to be honest, but nothing. Nothing seems to be a lot of special here right now. Should we stay with Motherson purchased at 75? Such questions I don't answer. Uh, okay, you ask me how does the technical look like, how does the fundamental look like, but you've purchased at 75, sell, hold. No. But without you asking me, I'll try and see what the technicals look like for the company that you asked, Motherson Sumi. Motherson Sumi. Okay. Again, yes, there is some interest which is being built up, but that is again on a monthly candle. Let me go back to the daily candle, daily time frame. No specific pattern can be seen. Trend is there, trend is clearly visible, but no specific pattern that can be seen. So, would not want to comment on that. Deepak says, what are some risky sectors to avoid for long-term investors? Some sectors, risky sector. तो उल्टा question पूछ लिया दीपक आपने. Because generally people ask me what are some good sectors for long term. I don't see any risky sector per se. I always feel that pharma sometimes becomes a risky one. Why? A lot of companies have to get USFD approvals, and if the approvals don't come in their way, then these stocks come crashing down. But again, that's stock specific. An entire sector to be risky, it's a pretty tough question to answer, right? Because uh, every sector will have some or the other turn. It's as good as apna time aayega. Okay, so there could be some sectors which have not performed in the current rally. They may perform well in the upcoming rally. So instead of risky sectors, I may want to say some upcoming sectors, and one of them could be definitely defense, could be infrastructure. So these two sectors are one of my top favorites as far as the long term is concerned. Simple make in India theme, and second one for infrastructure is the whole focus of our government on infrastructure spending. And even I've been talking about this third one, which is the specialty chemical, which is based on the capex theme, capital expenditure theme. More and more capex, more and more will be the addition to the production capacity, then to the sale, then to the profits. Capex cycle getting converted into profit takes time. So long term, you have to be very, very, very patient in that. Right time to lump sum in small case, market high or low. Right time to lump sum in small case. Harsh, in fact, I say never is the right time to lump sum. If market has crashed like crazy and if you see a very clear recovery, that may be a time to lump sum. But to be honest, it's very difficult to do bottom fishing. Instead of lump sum in any small case, I would always say SIP in any small case which you feel is fundamentally good, right? Pranav says Kalyan Jewelers has given excellent breakout. Better to hold question mark. So first of all, let me check out Kalyan Jewelers chart. I have not tracked it a lot after IPO. Wow, indeed it is a breakout. Nice. बाप रे, तो स्टॉक बहुत ही भाग गया है. I would check on the weekly. I'll just quickly share my screen. Worth sharing it. 1 minute. But I mean, of course, I'm sharing my technicals, but try to see the reason as well. Okay, I definitely see. Oh wow, and you can see this, right? This is called as the N pattern as well. So typically there is a big green candle followed by 3 or more candles on the downward side. I will just try and draw it so that you will be able to visualize it better. So this looks like an N. 1, 2, 3. Correct? I hope you understood what sort of N I'm talking about. 1, 2, 3. And typically it is said that if that be so, then again, this is considered as a bullish one. And typically, let me tell you how to, as per this, it is said, but the target has already been achieved, to be honest. This is the minimum level as per this technical analysis pattern, but this has been achieved. So careful. N pattern Target has been achieved. Looks pretty bullish. Try and find out the reasons for that. As I mentioned, I have not tracked this very closely. uh, Excellent breakout is what I can surely say. Based on this also, even if I were to consider this breakout, now if I were to draw a line here, a runaway gap, um, this has also been achieved. Just cloning this, clearly achieved, way more than that. So nice breakout. As I mentioned last time, I'm repeating, try to understand the reasons for that, and technically already achieved target. So caution. If you're already sitting on good profits, I mean, had I had the stock, because the see, again, you have to understand why you bought the stock. If I had bought it purely based on technicals, then I would have definitely booked some profits here. But based on fundamentals, had I known something more, I might have waited. But as I mentioned, clear disclaimer, I've not tracked this stock for a long time. Neither I hold this stock in my portfolio. Your views on sale. Okay. Showing an uptrend right now, has been in a consolidation for quite a bit. N- Nothing, nothing so much promising per se. It's above the 200 dema. It's above the 50 dema. Super trend just started. Um, Let us check the pivot levels as well. It's already at R2. So again, on a caution note. Oh, I did not share my screen again. 1 minute. So if you see here, it's already at R2, right? This is on a daily basis. So again, a bit cautious. RSI is already around 70-ish levels. So again, be cautious. If you see super trend has just turned bullish, but should not be the only indicator. Uh, just be careful on this, okay? It's already at R2. क्या बात है? I've covered all the super chats. No more super chats, please. I would just take another few questions and would want to wrap up in another 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, no more super chats, please. Requesting everyone for that. Let me just go on to some members chats now, who have been members for quite a long time, because otherwise they keep on complaining, you didn't take our question, right? So just my stream is buffering a little bit. Just a minute. Okay. Uh, Oh, Harsh, the question that you asked, lump sum or small case, this was your first super chat. So nice. I get these small pop-ups from YouTube. Okay. Okay, Ranjit has shared some data point. Ranjit says that buy popcorn directly while watching movies, 5% GST. If you book popcorn with movie tickets, GST is 18%. Ooh, interesting data point. So I had just read about this 5% GST wala thing, but he's saying that if you book popcorn with movie tickets, then GST is 18%. Interesting. Okay. Prasanna is asking, any idea to re-enter in Dixon, madam? Wait. So Dixon, I had told, I had quit around 4,700. I'll share my screen if you want. And here you can see. See, I very clearly mentioned it the other day, just so that you can see the screen in a better way. One resistance, second resistance, third resistance, fourth resistance. And that was the reason why I told that I quit Dixon around this level, somewhere here. I quit Dixon. Uh, and since that also it has been going down. It has broken the pivot level right now, so would want to wait a little bit more before giving second thoughts on re-entering or not. Two IPOs, Utkarsh and NetWeb, your views or videos. I know I've not been making IPO videos as yeah, but Utkarsh ka, of course I'm going to apply a good one. It's a small finance bank. If time permits, I'll do a separate live stream. But if I'm not mistaken, I already have a separate blog on Utkarsh Small Finance Bank. Pooja, if you can just check if we already have a blog. Let me check it. Just open our website. You just have to go to rachanaranade.com. Hmm. One minute. I'll share my screen. I'll quickly show where to see the blogs. I hope everyone is checking out the blogs. They are super useful. Just in case if you want to learn more and more of technical analysis, it is a must. This is so you just have to visit rachanaranade.com. Once you visit here, you will be able to see a blog section here right away. Right? Click on the blog section. So every day we keep on putting up certain analysis. Stock analysis, yes. This is the analysis that we have put last Saturday only. It's a small finance bank. It's a good read. So Pooja, if you can just share the link of this one in the comment section, it will be great. Basically, if you can see here that all in all, be it the loan book or whatever. Achha, if time permits, as I mentioned, I will make a small video tomorrow maybe. But it is a good one. I'm going to apply through all the accounts. So there is one comment here also. Very good analysis. I personally will not apply. There are better option available in the banking sector. Okay, but I am going to invest. So I just thought of sharing this. So yes. Ranjit ji is saying please cover occasionally SME IPOs also. We'll try to do that as well. Definitely. क्या बात है. रवि जी saying quit Dixon to at 20% profits. रवि जी पार्टी दीजिए, सिर्फ आप बोल रहे 20% profit. Views about Polyplex, should we exit the position? I am not exiting as of now. I've told this many times that it's mainly because of inflation that this stock is not performing well. It is in a downtrend, and when the stock was around 1600-ish, people were asking, should we go and maybe it is showing some signs of reversal, but you have to understand that whether the stock really has come out of the downtrend or not. Acha, one simple reason. Acha, one more important point. Okay, it may be possible that a person has limited capital, and if a person feels that, I have limited capital, my money is blocked in some XYZ stock, I do see a very good opportunity in some other stock, then booking loss in one and shifting it to the other opportunity does make sense. But for another person B, if I'm like, okay, some money is locked here, I know it's not performing well, but I do have additional funds. If I see another opportunity, I would want to deploy some additional funds here. Okay, so in that case, I would not want to book loss in the first and then invest in the other. So understand the difference, right? So you have to check out for yourself. So the point that I was trying to make for Polyplex, there was a downward trend, and I'll just quickly share the screen so that you get a better idea of what I'm trying to share. Tell again. See, this is Polyplex, right? High, low, high, low. Again a high, low, high, low, high, low. Okay, check this out, high and low. Now, from here, from this low point, the stock had rallied how much? Stock had rallied almost 43% from its lows. And that is when I started getting a lot of questions that, Rachana, are you wanting to, do some sort of bottom fishing or averaging at least? And that time I had said, no, I'm still not averaging. I would be happy to invest at a little bit higher price. You can check out my previous Thursday live streams. I said it has to close above the previous high so that I am convinced that yes, the trend has been reversed, but that did not happen. After this, it again made another lower high. The only positive sign I see right now in Polyplex is this low. So let me just draw a low here. This low hopefully will be held, is what I feel right now. The stock is in consolidation for quite a long time. It's almost in consolidation for last 1.5 month, and I somehow get the feeling that maybe this will be sustained. It means that the first higher low will be made. Higher low is a very early sign. After a higher low is made, if a higher high is made, then I may want to, uh, add up quantity in this one. Till then, I would not. Okay. uh, हम्म क्या सवाल है ये रंजीत जी? हाउ टू डू सुपर चैट विदाउट पेइंग? सुपर चैट का नाम ही सुपर चैट इसके लिए क्योंकि वो पेड होता है. हाउ कैन वन डू सुपर चैट विदाउट पेइंग? Okay. Swaroop asks, TA on Titan. Again, one of my favorites. Very nice uptrend. Uptrend is super duper intact for this stock. It's just going on and on and on. Upper in the air. Enjoy the uptrend. That's what I can say. Pattamal Jairaj Jairam is saying, please answer my question. Where is your question? Trying to search for your question. Can I search it like this? Pattam. I hope you're hearing the tadang sound. I tried to search your name as well. I think I'm done. Just maybe one last question. देखो आ गया वापस एक सुपर चैट आ गया. चलो, this will be the last one. Please make a video on how to get shares and unclaimed dividends from IEPF, as I have stuck in getting shares after my dad passed away last year. Sorry to hear that. Okay, how to get shares and unclaimed dividend from IEPF. Interesting topic. We'll write this down. How to get shares and unclaimed dividend from IEPF. All right, and one more super chat, but this super chat can't be missed. Namaste, Manji. Where will Mazgaon climb up to? Oh ho, Mazgaon. अरे बाप रे. Still going up and up and up. TA targets met at R2. Uh, RSI too is at what level? My God. Just trying to zoom this in. 87 levels. It has to ideally cool off from here, is what I personally believe. See, it's already, it has crossed R2, agreed, but RSI is at a crazy level. Becomes a bit risky at such stages. I'll just check a 1 week chart here. And if I say this is the flag and the pole, let me just check one and clone. Flag and pole, even if I were to draw, that has been met. I don't know if you have some news about Mazgaon, you can finally take your own decision, Hemanji. But technical analysis, it shows target has been met. Usha, thank you for the super chat, but no questions asked. Vinay, thank you for the super chat, but no questions asked. Okay, this is the last one now, please. TA on PGIL. PGIL. Okay. Pearl Global Indus. Okay, let me check the monthly candle. Uh, it is in the formation of a cup and handle, but the handle has not yet been formed. Would just quickly want to show it to you. Present screen.
Power grid. PGI.
हाथ तेरी होगा. पर्ल ग्लोबल नहीं है, पावर ग्रिड. PGIL. Why IL? One minute. किधर गया सुपर चैट? PGIL. Okay, anyways, if it is power grid, then nothing special. Pivot has also been broken. Seems to be in an up, I mean, looks like an uptrend, but now this is, just have a look at this. Low, high, low, high, low, high, and somewhere this is being tested up. So if it is power grid, then nothing special looks here. Okay, that is it. And I hope you enjoyed today's live stream as well. Uh, Good participation, almost 1,500, 1,600 people. And keep on watching the live streams, keep on updating your knowledge. I try my best to share the latest data with you all during the Thursday live streams. Feels good to interact with you at least once a week. I'll see you on the next Thursday. Till then, take care. Jai Hind and bye bye.